Hi, just wanted to share with you some of the albums that I performed on, which I'm really proud of. First one is this one, Retropria, Leee John. You see I put my colourful shirt on to go with this one. And I'm on a few of the tracks of this album and really proud of the way it came out. In fact, the first track I think it is on the album is called Utopia. And there's a little bit of a story with that because that was really my audition piece when I joined Leee John and Imagination. I worked with Leee John in his studio, and it went on the back burner until eventually it came onto this album Retropria in its modern form. So there you go. So the second recording I wanted to tell you about was when I played with an artist called Desiree. I was really delighted to be on her first album and on a track called Feel So High, and in particular Why Should I Love You, a ballad that she did. And it was a wonderful experience. We went into the studio and there was a whole string section there, me in a booth on a grand piano and Desiree in a vocal booth, and it was cut live. And just to hear those live strings swirling in my earphones and Desiree's amazing voice and playing this fantastic song, a great experience. And another story which goes with this is the other track, Feel So High. Ashley Ingrams, who was producing the album, he literally called me up, I think it was about 5 o'clock in the morning, and said, "I'm ready for you to put the piano on," because he had a deadline with the record company. So I had to jump in my car and drive down to wherever it was in North London. And there he was, catching a few minutes sleep in a duvet in the corner. He'd been recording and mixing all night. And literally, I think by about 8 a.m, we'd got my piano part on the track, which was amazing. Earliest recording session I've ever done. So third album, back to Leee John, the jazz album that we did together. We went over to France, to Rochefort, and recorded this in an amazing studio which used to be a cinema. And there's a making of video which went with this album as well, following our tracks on the train from there's a joke there, isn't it, following our tracks on the train from Paris to Rochefort, and recording every day with fantastic French musicians. And I have a couple of originals that went onto the album and the video, and we're still performing these songs today as well as the Imagination songs. So there you go, just a few of other people's albums that I performed on. If you'd like to hear those tracks, I put some links in the description. And also on my Spotify channel, I have a playlist. I think it's called John Watson, the Session Musician, where you can hear all these tracks. So enjoy.